Yo, what is up, guys? This is Troy D from the TROYD247MALL channel, on point reviews all day, every day. Welcome back, guys. If you are one of my old subscribers, welcome back. It's going to be an explosive day today. And if you are new to the channel, this is the first time you've seen us, make sure to like and subscribe because we do have over 400 plus videos here of really awesome reviews. Now today we are going to talk about the third Seducer perfume in my entire video library. I got 400 plus videos, guys. There are only 3 Seducers now, okay, or maybe 4, because we have, the first one, right, was Arabian Oud's Arabian Night Gold. Okay, Arabian Night Gold is the first Seducer perfume that I introduced to this channel. Layton came on a close second, and then you have Initio Side Effect. Okay, this one would be part 3 because I really didn't count Layton in. To me, it was Arabian Night, and then you got Side Effect, and this is the third. This one right here, folks, is called Violet Delirium. That's right, Terence Hughes Violet Delirium. This waited about almost a year. I've had this for almost a year, but this is the right time. It's cold, it's time to get cozy. And of course, I do want to talk about this because, Aaron said it himself, this is his sexiest, darkest, most brooding fragrance ever, and I absolutely believe him after having worn this for a few times. And this is a very addictive one. Okay, so hang on tight, guys. We'll talk about this today. Let's hit the music. Welcome back, guys. Terence Hughes Violet Delirium. Let's talk about this for a second. You're probably wondering, like, Troy, what's your criteria for a seductive fragrance anyways? Like, how come you only have 3? Okay, to me, guys, the art of seduction is something that I think most people wish to have, but not a lot of people can really pull it off. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, just having known some friends, people around me, it's something that we wish is like a perfect scenario happens to us, but it never really happens that way. Well, you know what, guys? Perfumes like this, like Violet Delirium, like I said, Arabian Night, they do turn it up, okay? They do aid the situation in setting up the mood or setting up the emotions of, from the seduction to the dirty. Now, what's my criteria, guys? First and foremost, my criteria is, of course, immediate curve, okay? Non-bright, and immediately it goes into a sexy start, okay? And so with that, a lot of fragrances that start with citruses or maybe even fruity notes, they're out, okay? They're out. They just don't feel like that to me, And of course, same thing with fougères. You could say a fougère could be smelling sexy and gentlemanly, but maybe that gentleman's just too formal. Maybe that gentleman can only buy a drink and that's the end of it, okay? Drink, 5-minute conversation, phone number, she never calls back. Okay, so that's how I feel about fougères. I don't think that fougères make it to the seductive stage. This one to me, I think is pure attitude. So a seductive perfume is like from the get-go, pure attitude. It's like eyes on the prize, man, I'm a closer, okay? And that's really the start. Now, the second thing that's important to me when it comes to these types of perfumes is spice. It's gotta have something spicy, okay? When we listen to our friends and they say, oh, I'm having a bland love life, or it's kind of boring with the person I'm dating right now, what do we say? We say, spice up your love life, yo. Spice it up, right? That's a common thing we tell our friends, okay? And so spice here, very, very important to me, okay? Once I smell the spice, it's like, oh, wow, definitely seductive. And number 3 is gotta be unpredictable, okay? There has to be an element here that's just so unpredictable because unpredictability is a sexy trait, okay? It's something that probably 90% of the men out there don't understand. A lot of them are just predictable people, and so that's why they don't get the girl. You know what I mean? You gotta be unpredictable. And so with the notes, I mean, well, unpredictably good. So with the notes of a seductive perfume, there has to be something unpredictable. Something she hasn't seen yet, okay? Because truthfully, after the seduction, I mean, you're gonna want more. She's gonna want more. That's the goal. That the other person, he or she, would want more out of you. And guess what? What makes that happen? Unpredictability, right? Because they don't know what you're doing next. They don't know where you're going tomorrow or what you're doing. It makes them really want you even more, right? So, I mean, those are, basically the different pieces, and I'm sure there's more in my head, but from what I can remember, I mean, it's definitely the attitude. It sets up the attitude or sets up the tone, and then the spice, and then the unpredictability. In this case, guys, Violet Delirium hits all of that. All of that, okay? Hands down. Now, the start of Violet Delirium is spicy saffron. Sweet and spicy saffron from the get-go, guys. So that checks off the first part, right? Sweet and spicy saffron. Now, when I first got Violet Delirium, and one of the reasons why I didn't want to review it so quickly was that, there were a lot of these Baccarat comparisons. A lot of people were saying, oh, that's Aaron's Baccarat, okay? I'll tell you this, guys, there are only two notes here that really share anything with Baccarat, and that's the spicy saffron and the jasmine later on, okay? It's those two notes. So probably the only time it'll feel real Baccarat-esque would be like the first part. Maybe first 7 minutes smells like Baccarat, with that sweet and spicy saffron, and then that jasmine as the bridge, okay? So, I mean, that's the only thing. Other than that, no, this is not Baccarat whatsoever. The sweetness, for me, really lasts probably shorter than the first part, like on its own, and then it gets real spicy, okay? And the bridge note here is Jasmine Absolute. Now, the Jasmine Absolute is that's like the most used note of Aaron. Almost everything, almost all his fragrances has, they have Jasmine Absolute in it. On this fragrance, it's Jasmine Absolute that bridges from the saffron into the Rose Absolute, guys, okay? And the Rose Absolute, mamma mia, amazing. I mean, I've always said this before, guys, Rose is an absolute sensual note, but when paired with the saffron, in this case, guys, it smells like a cinnamon spiked rose. Okay, it's a spicy, cinnamony rose, okay? And it's very prominent. And again, it checks the box for me. I was like, whoa, there's that spice I was looking for. And dark rose. And then you'll still have that jasmine, though. The jasmine is still going to be there in the background. Like I said, it's a signature thing from Terence Hughes. He just loves this jasmine right here. And some people say that's the latexy kind of smell. All right, that's cool. But I mean, it just depends on what you're focusing on. I mean, for me, when I smell that spicy rose, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about the seductive properties of Violet Delirium. I'm not here to nitpick the jasmine, okay? So it's going to be cinnamon spiked rose here on the mid, guys. And then after a few more minutes, bang, here comes another amazing note, which is the milk chocolate. Oh my goodness. Chocolate comes from underneath, guys, and it smells like a Godiva milk chocolate, like those little Godivas, okay? Absolutely creamy, milky, sweet chocolate comes from underneath, guys. And again, I mean, if you're hearing me out, I mean, it's game over. It's G-O, game over, okay? Because it's spicy rose and then, man, beautiful milk chocolate, which is the bridge to the super dope dry down. Okay, but let me tell you, from start to mid, that's more than enough reasons to buy this fragrance, okay? Seriously, for seductive purposes, sets the tone, spicy, dark, rose, man, it's just amazing. From the chocolate, guys, so you will get that nice milk chocolate. In comes the oud, okay? And the oud here is from Thailand and Burma. And it really merges well. It really blends well with this chocolate. Because as you guys know, some oud actually, it smells like chocolate, some of the ouds. And with this one here, I would say it's a slightly smokier and a darker woody variation here, but it goes well with that chocolate. So you will still get that chocolate headed to the dry down with the addition of the woody, smoky facets of the oud here. And then you have animalic notes. So, I mean, right here, guys, I gotta say, this is a sexy, sexy part, guys. You know why, guys? Because the way the animalic notes are introduced here, I mean, it's not like a shock. It's actually something you sort of expect, because you get the chocolate. So it's like mild, nice, spiked, sets the mood already, and then boom, here comes the animalic notes, which is quite controlled actually. You don't know if it's really from the oud or it's its own, like there's actually some separate animalic notes. And then there's musk. So, you know, it's really blended well here, I would say. Like you could say maybe the animalic part is from the musk, or it's also from the oud, or is it something separate, okay? But nevertheless, guys, it's definitely controlled. And I think that it represents the sweat, you know, the dirty, dirty, okay? I mean, very accurately. And then Aaron also adds ambergris. So you're going to get this like salty ambergris here. That's probably, you know, it probably is about the sweat, right? That ambergris, that salty ambergris. And then you have his little filth accord, which is like dirt. But to me, it smells more like a suede accord. You know what I mean? Like the same similar feels of a suede accord. That's sort of like how his dirt accord feels, okay? I mean, I need to ask him about that dirt accord. And man, once you put those together, it's addictive, guys. Addictive. Probably more addictive than the first part. And that's why I really think this is a seductive perfume, because the lady beside you is going to want to smell you, or lady or man, whatever. Either way, the lady or man beside you is going to want to smell you throughout the entire time. It's going to want to come back to your neck and go, oh, wow. Because that was me when I was smelling this. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, because it's, I mean, the dry down, guys, it still retains the sweetness. I believe this is from the oud and the chocolate. It still retains that kind of sweetness, but then it's got that funk. You know, it's got that funk from the musk and from the animalic notes. It's got that unpredictability, guys, you know, because of the dirt too, because of that suede feel. Feels very, very unpredictable. I mean, what do we see nowadays? We see a lot of amber, musk, those types of dry downs, and it gets, to be honest, when you're reviewing every day, it gets very, very predictable, and you don't really get that shocked anymore when you see amber, musk on the dry down. But here, guys, seriously, salty ambergris, animalic notes, two types of oud, and the filth, guys. I mean, it definitely represents the dirty, dirty. And again, this is the most addictive part, okay? It's probably more addictive than the first half, where you got that spicy rose and that saffron, okay? But this one right here, I mean, if you love oud, if you like brooding, sexy, sensual fragrances, if you're a closer and not a friend zone guy or gal, oh, this will change everything for you. You know, you are going to really feel that this is a seductive perfume. Hey, you know what? I haven't even sprayed this. Let's go spray this right now, actually. Wow, man. Yeah, see? I mean, this is definitely one of Aaron's top fragrances, okay? I mean, to me, I'm thinking it's this one, it's Boss Bastard, and it's Onyx, okay? If I had three so far, okay? I haven't tried the other ones yet. I know he's released a new one called Daddy. If you guys have a decant of that available, or you want to do a swap, let me know if you have Daddy, so I don't have to wait for shipping from the UK. But I heard he did a new one. But yeah, man, this is seductive, bar none, okay? Only way you don't like this is you're not in the business of seduction. You know, maybe you're just like a guy who loves to go to work and sprays, you know, perfumes for mass appeal purposes, and, you know, to get all your friends to say, oh, you smell good. Maybe this is not for you. This is for the closer. This is for the seductive closer type person, guy or gal. 100% this is unisex. I mean, this is a weapon for the ladies. I mean, if the ladies wore this, this is a weapon. I feel bad for those guys because they're gonna crawl. They're gonna get on their knees and crawl. And of course, for the guys, unpredictability factor, 100%. They're not gonna see it coming. Your dates ain't gonna see that spiced up, cinnamon spiced up rose, that chocolate, and those hidden animalic notes. They ain't gonna see it coming. So, for the men, guys, this is great. For the ladies, absolute weapon of seduction. And that's it. That is my review on Violet Delirium. Man, I spoke so passionately about this, guys. Well, that's because I really like this, guys. And props to Terence Hughes for making something like this. This is lovely. I mean, definitely he had that thought in mind. He nailed it. And because that thought really went into my mind, and to me, it really gave credence to this one. I will make this Seducer Part 3. Okay, there are a lot of other perfumes there that claim seduction, seductive purposes, dark, but not all of them. I mean, there's a huge amount of them that don't really convey that type of message. This one does. Okay, on purpose and message, Violet Delirium. Hopefully you guys get to try this or buy this while you can. I mean, I know that he discontinues a lot of stuff, so hopefully you guys get to try this Violet Delirium. Okay, so that's it. That is my review yet again. Make sure to hang until the end of the video. I will be linking the other ATH fragrances I've done. I still have a lot. Like I said, I have Santal Extreme. I still have Oud, which is amazing as well. I do have Jasmine Narcotique. And again, if you guys have Daddy or Celestial, all the new stuff, if you guys have a decant of that and you would like to sell it to me or trade it for a different fragrance I have, let me know on the comments below or hit me up on my Instagram, TROYD247MALL. I'm quite excited to try those as well, okay? But yeah, Violet Delirium, straight up fade to black perfume till the dirty dirty. So until then, guys, please like and subscribe and continue to support the channel, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, for sharing, as well as watching the ads. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.